They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Fletcher. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a baller from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D-lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Right on the money. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Off play action on first down. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5, than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I mean, does the start get any better for this defense? You force a third down, passing situation, great pass defense. Not only that, break on the football, make the interception, and take it all the way back to the house. The tone has been set in this ballgame.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. To throw, it's Stockton. Finds his man, it's Branch. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They're setting up the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D-lineman have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going for a big play downfield. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making side adjustments here. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to let it go. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Stockton. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback moving. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it in stride at the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Going right to work up top. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
I don't know if the receiver heard footsteps on that last one. He was running over the middle of the field. Didn't look like he was running that hard out of his break, and as a result, that's an interception for the offense.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
And the Canes have a first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
He's got it on the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Flushed out of the pocket. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I love when you change the launch point, when you move the quarterback and bootleg him outside of the pocket. You can see he does a really good job of gaining depth as he goes outside. Now he's a threat to run the football or throw it. Guys have to drop back a little bit, then he can run the football and get a positive gain.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Quick strike through the air for the score. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Quickly complete. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Frazier. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Gonna take a shot. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
They'll give it to him again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck
Touchdown Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Dogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them.
Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. the score. We'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw, it's Beck. Hauls it in. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Under fire. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Toss to the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Unloads it left. He makes a catch. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
The Canes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, it's back. The throw to the outside is complete. Turning it on! And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. Touchdown, Miami! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Navy. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Get it out on the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Humphries. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Caught over the middle. It's Bauman. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now facing a 3rd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Lyle. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. He missed it. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Got a man, it's Frazier. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical.
He's got it inside the 15. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It's Lyle. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Pulls it in. It's Lyle. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
From the gun, running back gets to give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. That's caught. It's Thomas.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Snap of this drive will come from their own 32. the gun, the inside give. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a deep man. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Trying play action. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. It's complete on the right side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wants to throw on 3rd. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down. At midfield, he's got room. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Takes the handoff, and he's going right.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's back. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Throwing on the run. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Thomas. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the air, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Frazier. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it down because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Complete to start this drive. Lining off the defender.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
The quick out. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
Handoff from the gun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. The defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. Here's the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the 4th. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Makes the catch. It's Frazier. Still on his feet at the 45. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. The offense changing the play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
It it's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hacks to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll give it to the back. Find some fresh air. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. On the ground, it's Fletcher. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Fletcher. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth. It's keep that clock running. It's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
And on fourth down, they'll come up and take a knee. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come